Welcome back to Axis Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda, and today I'll be doing a walkthrough and review of JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure, episode 25. Now, if you remember from last episode, we get to find out the truth about Lisa's past, and why it was such a big secret, and I love the fact that we finally get to know more about her. However, we are taken to a little cutscene with Strohem, and he is back. Yes, Strohem is back, and he's about to fight Cars. Really? So, things just got better, or so we think. Now, moving on past that toward the end of the episode, we find out Cars has now put on the stone mask with the red stone of Asia inside of it. So we have Cars with the stone mask with the red stone of Asia in it, and he's transforming. And again, that's where the episode ends. And I'll have my final thought and rating at the end of the clip, so stay tuned. But let's dive right on in. So we open up this episode with Cars, and Cars is standing up with the mask destroyed. So this is Cars. He has the red stone of Asia, he has the mask on, he's transformed, and then the stone mask has been destroyed, and the red stone of Asia is still whole, but it fell out of the mask, of course, and he has transformed. And I'm like, Strohem, you are fucked. This is the ultimate perfect form. Not a human, of course. This is a pillar man, of course. And what are you going to do? Apparently, Strohem is convinced nothing has changed, and I love that. This is Strohem. Strohem is a cyborg now, and he sees the Pillar Man at his most strongest, and he's like, you know what? I'm still not convinced that Cars is this strong. I love it, but you know what? I don't see this going anywhere positive, in my opinion, but we are taken to a little cutscene with Cars, and Cars is staring off in the distance, and he sees these squirrels, you know, like these animals, like around the tree. I'm like, okay, what the hell's happening here? And he transforms his hand into a squirrel? What? Okay, this could only happen in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, literally, because this is fucking bizarre. But again, Cars, he sees squirrels off in the distance, or a squirrel in particular, and then he transforms his hand into a squirrel? What the fuck? Speaking of what the fuck, we are taken to a what the fuck scene. Guess what? His squirrel? Yeah, it pops out of his hand. His little squirrel that he had that was part of his hand is now gone. It leaves his hand, and this squirrel that belongs to Cars is now playing nice with the other squirrel. Like, aw, it looks so adorable, so cute. Bam! This squirrel eats the shit out of this other squirrel. I'm like, what the fuck? So you have a squirrel that belongs to Cars eating this real squirrel that's around the tree. And it's like really fucked up. And oh, it gets better. This squirrel that belongs to Cars starts to attack Strohem and gets all inside of him. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, this just gets better and better. And eventually it does head back to Cars. I'm like, oh my god. What the fuck was I just watching? It ain't the Twilight Zone, buddy. That's all I gotta say about that. But we are taking to a little cutscene with the sun. Yes, the sun is now rising, and everyone is now banking on the Pillar Man known as Cars to be burnt alive, because you know he's not supposed to survive in the sun, or in this case he would at least turn to stone like the other Pillar Men, Santana. But that's not what really happened. Now apparently the sunlight kills all the vampires, so they're all dead now, so you know, go figure. But it does nothing to Cars. And you know what? Speedwagon, he's noticing this, and he's flipping out. This is Speedwagon. He's losing it after he notices the sunlight is not affecting Cars at all. And I was like, dude, get a hold of yourself. So it's the end of the world. Drink a beer and shut up. But again, Speedwagon is flipping out, and this is Speedwagon. He's telling everyone else that Cars, this is his perfect form. I'm like, this is the most perfect form, life form ever. This is Speedwagon. Speedwagon, the guy with all the money, he's been through so much shit, he's seen Dio, he's seen the other JoJo, and he tells everyone else, yeah, this is the perfect life form. Could you be any more conceited? Literally, perfect life form. Gee, what does that say about Strohem being a cyborg? Absolutely nothing, apparently. Now, anyways, we are taking to another scene with JoJo. Apparently, JoJo, he's got a plan. Come on, every single time JoJo's got a plan, something fucked up ends up happening. Apparently JoJo grabs the red stone of Asia and he runs. He runs. Like, run, Forrest, run. So we see JoJo, he's got the red stone of Asia, and he is running the hell away from Cars. Now Cars, he sees what's happening, and Cars transforms himself into, looks like, I want to say an angel, but a fallen angel, because he has black wings come out of his back. So this is Cars. Cars has transformed into what appears to be a human bird, if that makes any sense. So he's like a fallen angel. He's got black wings that are coming out. He looks pretty cool, in my opinion, because I love fallen angels. That's pretty sweet, in my opinion. I like seeing that. And he's going after JoJo. So you see cars flying after JoJo. And I'm like, oh, this can't be good. Now, eventually, we see Smoker catch up with JoJo. So we see JoJo and Smokey. They're running, it looks like, toward a cliff. And apparently Smokey is trying to tell JoJo the truth about Lisa. It's like, by the way, you know, Lisa is your mom. But he doesn't get to that part. He doesn't tell JoJo. It just does not happen. I mean, that was the main reason why Smokey tried to run with JoJo. And JoJo's pointing out to Smokey, you don't have to be running with me. Cars, he's after me, not you. I'm like, yeah, that may be true, but Smokey's trying to tell you something about your mother. I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't end up happening. JoJo still does not know that Lisa is his mother, sadly. But moving on past that, we get to see JoJo. He parts ways with Smokey, and he runs off of the cliff? Are you fucking kidding me? At first I thought, okay, maybe JoJo's going to use his scarf or his muffler to latch onto a branch and, you know, watch cars fall all the way off the cliff. And, you know, well, cars has wings, but I thought that was the build-up, you know? But that doesn't end up happening. But again, JoJo, you know, he parts ways with Smokey, and Smokey, you know, he stops, he's going back, while JoJo runs off of the fucking cliff. Yeah, I was like, that just don't make sense. Now, as soon as we see JoJo run off the cliff, Cars is like very happy. He's like, okay, fine, JoJo's now dead. JoJo, he gets into a plane. We don't get to see him actually get into the plane, but he runs off the cliff, and then out of nowhere, a plane shoots right up. It's like a flying fortress. It looks like a flying fortress almost, but it's not. Don't get me wrong, it's not. But I love flying fortresses, by the way. Those are great airplanes. But again, it's not a flying fortress, but it's a different design close to it. And we see JoJo. He's in a plane. I did not know this. I did not see this coming, but we see JoJo. Now, he's in a plane, and he goes after Cars, per se. I'm like, oh, this gets better. So JoJo is now shooting at Cars in a plane. And like, this is amazing. Now, I should point out, Cars, his feathers are now shooting at JoJo, per se. I don't know how to describe this. Not really shooting, but Cars' feathers are like armadillo. It's like, I don't know how to describe, like armadillo shells. It's like armadillo shells, per se. I don't know how to describe it. So all these bullets that are being shot at Cars are just falling off. So there's no damage being done. And I feel kind of bad for JoJo. He finally has a good plan, and it's doing nothing to Cars, as the bullet shells are just falling off of Cars' wings. So that's kind of weird. But again, JoJo is attacking, and Cars is attacking. It's kind of getting very heated right now, so we're taking to a little cutscene. Now, apparently, there's a plan that's about to go down. I know. I was like, I can't wait to find out what's going to happen, what's generally going to happen here. But here's the downside with JoJo's plan. He wants to fly to a certain island where there's a volcano. That was the buildup. You know, 'cause, you know, the strongest thing on Earth is magma. You know, a volcano. So he's going to ram. Hopefully, Cars is going to follow him, and he's going to ram Cars into the volcano, and then Cars is going to die. But I don't see how that's going to work out, because he only has 2 hours of fuel left. So this is JoJo. He has 2 hours of fuel left in his plane, and he's trying to outrun Cars, but he comes up with a great plan: magma. Yeah, so he's trying to lure Cars into the volcano with 2 hours worth of fuel. Huh, good luck with that, man. Now, eventually JoJo does find a map inside of the plane, so he can come up with a good location where the next volcano's at, and he does find one, by the way. Now, at the same time, Speedwagon, he's trying to contact JoJo over the radio, and it kind of works. And I guess Speedwagon was going to tell JoJo about his mom or something, or at least I thought that was the build-up. That's really not what happened. But again, Speedwagon's just trying to get the gist of what JoJo's plan is, and JoJo doesn't tell Speedwagon anything. I thought it was kind of funny. But again, JoJo, he's got a great idea. He's heading to the volcano to dump Cars' ass in magma. At first, I'm wondering, wait a minute, one of the Pillar Men, if you remember correctly, I believe it was AC/DC, he could heat his blood up to magma level, like super hot, like, you know, like hot magma type blood. I thought Cars might be able to do the same thing, so I thought maybe this idea won't work. But apparently, Cars is not the same person as AC/DC, so they're completely different Pillar Men. So this might actually work. Now, moving on past that, we're taking to a little cutscene with JoJo, and he mentions magma, obviously. Now, apparently, the strongest volcano is, you know, it's within flying distance. I definitely thought that was worth mentioning. Ironically, yeah, the magma volcano is not that far away. Now, apparently he wants to drop cars inside of this volcano. And I'm wondering, okay, good luck with that, man. That's all I got to tell you about that. Now, Speedwagon tells JoJo the truth about Lisa. Or at least that was the build-up, but the transmission failed. Like I said, I know I'm ranting in circles here. But the build-up was Speedwagon was going to tell JoJo the truth about his mother, Lisa. But, you know, ironically, the transmission got cut, so there was no truth. Yeah, JoJo still does not know his mother is Lisa. So that kind of sucks. Now, JoJo, yeah, out of nowhere, JoJo's being attacked by these piranhas in a plane in the sky. There's no water, and there's piranhas eating the plane and biting JoJo. At first I thought, is JoJo now a vampire? Because these fish, these piranha, belong to cars, and cars can, you know, create people into vampires per se. So I'm like, so does that mean JoJo's a vampire now? Because he was just bitten on the neck by a piranha. But you know, we don't get to see any clarifications there. But again, JoJo has been bitten, and it's ironic, right? And we're wondering, well, when did these piranhas get into the plane? Well, apparently the bullet shells that were aimed at Cars came off of his wing. Because remember, Cars' his wings were like armadillo per se, something like that. Anyways, whatever came off of Cars went straight into JoJo's plane, so that's where the piranhas came from. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks. It really does. Now, apparently, Cars does catch up to JoJo, and he actually attacks the plane. It looks like the plane's going down, and JoJo bails out, and we see a parachute. But no, Cars has been fooled. JoJo did not leave the plane at all. He's still in the plane. It was just a dummy parachute guy that was out there. I thought, oh, this can't get any better. JoJo's now aiming the plane at Cars, and guess what? Strohem is on the plane. I'm like, when the fuck did Strohem get on the plane? There's only half of him, of course, but Strohem is on the plane, and he's with JoJo, and they stop Cars. Yeah, believe it or not, they're going down, and Cars does hit the magma. Now, we don't know if JoJo or Strohem are okay or not, but toward the end of the episode, Strohem and Cars, well, I should say Strohem and JoJo are pretty damn good. Not Cars, sorry, JoJo and Strohem, they're pretty good right now. Just putting that out there. So JoJo and Strohem appear to be alive still, while Cars is in the magma burning. And again, that's where the episode ends. As for final thoughts, well, first of all, is Cars really going to die? Or does he have the same body structure like AC/DC where the magma can fill his blood and whatnot? I don't really know, but we'll find out. I thought this was the perfect life form. I mean, he did have the Redstone of Asia inside of him before, you know, it fell out, and JoJo has it now, but I'm just curious, where's his power limit? Moving on past that, as for Strohem, are you finally dead, man? How many times are you going to come back from the dead? And if you didn't know this, Strohem was the one that got the plane for JoJo, because he was already in the plane. That's how JoJo was able to get the plane to begin with. Or at least that's what I believe. I could be wrong, but that's what I assume. Because we see Strohem on the fucking plane. He's only half of a human, but still. Or half of a cyborg. But still, I love seeing Strohem. I love seeing him. And one more final thought. Is Lisa ever going to tell JoJo the truth? And is JoJo ever going to live from this event? We still don't know. But again, that is it for my final thoughts. As per my rating, 4.5 out of 5. I'm giving this a 4.5 out of 5 because of Strohem. Not because of Cars, not because of freaking JoJo, because of Strohem. I love how he keeps coming into the mix at the last moment. I'm a Strohem fan, plain and simple. And was there any drama, any of that romance crap? No. Was there any new information? Nah. This was just about the fight scenes, seeing Strohem, and seeing JoJo with his plan. But again, final rating, 4.5 out of 5. And that ends it for my walkthrough and review of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure episode 25. But definitely comment down below, let me know, thumbs up, thumbs down. Definitely subscribe, check me out on Twitter, and follow me if you like. Let me know what you thought of this episode, and let me know what you think's going to happen in the next episode that's coming out. But again, guys, that ends it for now. Definitely check me out on Twitter, on my forum, all my links, and definitely stay tuned for my 1,000 sub video I'll be doing, as well as a lot of other interesting things. But again, guys, that ends it for now. I gotta hit the bricks, I gotta go, and before I go, I gotta say it, and I always say it, you can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.